I'd like to show you how you could possibly enable your HR people to be forces for positive change, forces for innovation, forces for growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 5 megatrends from my vantage point, and I'm also going to show you 5 strategic responses. That's easy to remember, right? So I'm going to show you 5 megatrends and 5 strategic responses from where I sit. The first megatrend. How many of you have heard the acronym VUCA, V-U-C-A? You know, in HR, we're so fond of buzzwords, right? And VUCA is probably one of the latest buzzwords hitting HR. It was someone by the name of Clayton Christensen who came up with this, VUCA, which stands for volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. And that's what the future is all about. Who believes that we are in a VUCA world? Who does not believe we are? No one, right? Just to show you in the Philippines, who would have thought that the sick man of Asia is now, again, according to certain hype, is now the next economic miracle. As a Filipino, I hope it's the truth. Yeah, it's the reality, and I think we have a responsibility to make sure that it's reality, that it's sustainable. Still, unemployment rate is pretty high by global standards. There's still poor infrastructure. We are a consumption-led economy. We hope it's probably more manufacturing intensive to make it sustainable. We are ground zero for natural disasters. Just last week, Typhoon Glenda, I was manning the telephone lines. Wasn't part of my job description, but I had to do it because of natural disasters, right? And of course, we know that poverty, we haven't moved the needle as far as poverty is concerned over the past 4 years. But all of these contribute to the Philippines, Asia Pacific, and the global world as being VUCA. So that's megatrend number 1. Megatrend number 2, hyper-globalization. It's not only globalization, but it's hyper-globalization. The most talked about topic in business circles today, whether it be MAP, whether it be PMAP, is the Asian Economic Community in 2015. So I don't think I should dwell on that a lot anymore. But it's there are fundamental pillars as far as the integration is concerned. And it's not only in the economic sphere, but social, cultural, and political and security spheres. And they talk about depending on the article that you read, there's 8 priority sectors, there's 12 integration sectors. Have a look whether your sector is in there, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be a big bang. It's going to be probably a gradual implementation, so the world will not come to an end next year. So that's megatrend number 2. Megatrend number 3, and a lot of the companies here would be happy with this slide. I'm pretty sure that a majority of the companies here are in one way or the other involved in cloud computing, BPO, social media. We're part of the IBM initiative called Analytica, which is a multi-sectoral task force that seeks to make Manila the analytics capital of the world. So that's megatrend number 3. It's going to be a digital world. Megatrend number 4. I just said there's only 5 megatrends, right? How do you do profitability and sustainability at the same time? Have female linemen. Okay, we decided to have 12 female linemen. And this is a photo of some of them. Now, these line women, they climb 30-foot, 60-foot, 80-foot poles. Okay? And in a lot of cases, they might even do a better job. Certainly, they're more conscientious, they're more analytical, they're more committed to the work. But what is the beauty of this? The beauty of this is automatically you double your talent base. Automatically you send a strong signal to the organization that you are inclusive. Okay? That you are an equal opportunity employer. Now, that's part of being global. Being exclusive is not part of being global. Yung kami-kami, yung tayo-tayo culture, or a culture that discriminates. So that's an example. So that's strategic response number 2. By the way, as an aside, over the next couple of years, because I'm currently chairman of the Philippine Basketball Association, and I will be ending my term in 2 months' time, and one of the legacies that I would be leaving behind is in 2 years' time, we would be having lady referees. Okay, so I encourage you to continue watching your PBA games. And actually 9 are currently on training. And we have made sure that when you see these 9 lady referees, they look like they're straight out of showbiz. Okay, so watch that. Strategic response number 3. Are you a digital organization already? Yeah. Now, in our field crews, they now have tablets so that they could respond in the minimum amount of time possible. We're still not happy with our repair and restoration times, but we've already benchmarked with Hurricane Sandy restoration standards, and it's not that bad, but we feel that there's a lot of room for improvement. I guess especially for some of you who don't have your lights on yet, but I trust that in this room it's 100%. So this, according to McKinsey, these are the 7 traits of an effective digital enterprise. And you could Google this up. And I think you have to ask the question whether in your organizations you have these traits. You've got to be aspirational in terms of your digital ambition. In the first place, do you have a digital ambition? Do you have a digital ambition? Do you have the passion for going digital? Do you still have your notebooks? And you have to acquire the capabilities. 2 of the newest positions that we have in our organization is a chief innovation advisor that seeks to bridge the technology, business, innovation divides in our organization. We have a vacant position for a chief technology officer. Hard to find the person, right? But I think we're getting there. You've got to cultivate your talents, particularly your digital talents. Challenge everything, I think that's a given. Be quick and data-driven. Follow the money. How many of you are into SAP? Sometimes you don't see the money, right? I hope there's no one from SAP here. But you've got to really follow the money. You've got to realize the value of your digital investments. And lastly, be obsessed with the customer. Look at it from the customer experience point of view. Okay? So that's really strategic response number 3. Now, strategic response number 4, second to the last, in response to, we were talking about the paradox between profitability and sustainability, right? And in China, there's a company called the Broad Group. And this Broad Group works very closely with the Singapore Economic Development Board in promoting the paradox and of managing the paradox of profitability and sustainability. And they're able to build hotels, 30 stories, 40 stories, in a record number of days. So let's see the video. Let's see the video. So please focus your attention on this one. We will have the volume. So a 40-story hotel in less than 30 days and a very green building, most energy efficient structures, so they're able to make money and at the same time have a sustainable structure. To me, that's probably one of the highest points of having an innovation culture. So look it up, no? The Broad Group from China. Okay? Okay, so strategic response number 5 in response to inclusive growth, we need to manage our ecosystem. Okay, so your companies are not alone. We have to look at the entire ecosystem. And this is one of the things that is being talked about in a lot of circles right now. Ecosystem management. And I think as HR, we have a golden opportunity to push the concept of ecosystem management. And this has dramatic implications on leadership, because we're responsible for leadership, right? Leadership development. And we need trisectoral leaders in our organization. By trisectoral, I mean leaders who are able to cross private, public, civil society, NGO lines. And as leaders, we have to train them in that. let me show you. There's a study called the Global Talent Competitiveness Index, and it's a partnership of INSEAD alongside Singapore's Human Capital Leadership Institute and ADECO. This was based on a survey that they've administered to the World Economic Forum Davos participants, and it ranks the Philippines as number 73 in a list of 103 countries. Okay, so we're not exactly the favorites at Davos for many reasons that you and I already know. But these are just some of the things that are the bottom of the list. No? Political stability, ease of doing business, FDI inflow, labor productivity per employee, the quality and quantity of researchers, and our innovation output. So there's a lot of work to be done. And Richard, I'm very sorry. This runs counter to our message, right? But I think we have to face reality, and we have to start working hard to really improve on this. So in summary, this is the last slide. But I was told that before I do my summary, I have to earn my lunch, right? So I have to show this particular clip that shows how we're doing innovation in Meralco. Just very short clip.
We see our company making power more robust and reliable, surpassing performance metrics, empowering our customers to manage their consumption through innovation in products and services, automating power at home, making life a lot easier, keeping our planet green while increasing Meralco's utility value, making businesses more efficient and progressive.
Okay. So as I said earlier, my job is to make the hype a reality, and hopefully you'd see this within the next 5 to 10 years. By way of a summary, and this is really my last slide. So there are 5 mega trends. Maybe you could just rattle them through. The 5 mega trends and the 5 strategic response. So thank you very much for this opportunity to interact with you. Maraming salamat po. Thank you.